Yeah, well, my name is Tyler Puddy, and I'm working with Stonecreek Friesians based out of St. Mary's, Ontario. This year we're showing in the Pemberton Green Meadows coaching division with a four-in-hand of Friesian horses put to an English park drag. This is an English park drag built in 1881 by Holland and Holland in London, England. And it's been owned by this family for approximately 12 years and originally manufactured in London for a wool merchant in Melbourne, Australia, shipped by the manufacturer to Melbourne, Australia, and spent most of its life in use in Melbourne and then in storage before it was brought to California and then acquired by the current owner. Currently, there are two versions of this type of large four-in-hand coaching vehicle. They have the road coaches, which are the brighter ones, brighter painting, more lettering on the side, and they're kind of parodies or reproductions of the original stagecoach. And they went from station to station, hotel to hotel, and basically were means of advertising for the owners. And then the contrast to that is this, a private carriage called a park drag, and it was reserved for the owner's private use and his family. The original period of stage coaching in England was just before the locomotive came out and took over for primary means of transportation, and then the sport nearly disappeared until the late 1870s, early 1880s, when enthusiasts connected with the original stagecoach drivers, learned how to handle four horses and four reins from those people, and then started commissioning carriage makers in London and New York to build coaches in a traditional style, but better suited to the newly paved roads in England at that point, and a little bit lighter for the horses and for sporting as well. After the locomotive came in, as I said, the sport the professional coaching died out and then was basically dormant until about the 1880s. That was the initial revival. The First World War nearly extinguished the sport again, and it was only in the mid-60s, early 1970s when it began to experience its second revival, because people were finding the odd old park drag in storage in barns from their parents or their grandparents and beginning to pull them out and clean them up and realize that there was in fact a sport to be revived. And they learned again from the people alive pre-war and started the second revival of coaching as a sport. There's about 110, 120 coaches known to exist in collections, private collections, museums in North America. The active community could be between 30 and 40 competitors, both competing at shows like the Royal Winter Fair or enjoying their carriages on organized pleasure drives on the East Coast and the West Coast.